Hello guys, so this is gonna be my last response to Irelia Carries U. I'm not gonna make any more after this. It's gonna be the last one. I just saw his latest video. It was on Reddit. It's number 5 right now, something like that. Went in, looked at it. I haven't read the comments yet, just a little bit. And then I just saw his video, and I want to make a new response to that, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. So first of all, he's talking about I wanted you to be able to pick runes to not get poked out by the likes of Jace, Teemo, and those champions. And yes, that is true to some extent, but that's never what I said. I want Jace, Teemo, and those kind of champions to not be able to one-shot you, then you jump them, and to not be able to poke you out and be disgustingly overpowered. So I wanted the damage to be nerfed. I didn't want to have the melees get a buff where, oh, now you can just survive them, so it's no problem. And yes, I've been playing against a lot of Jace lately, a lot of Gnar, and even a bunch of Teemo, and honestly, they have just made melee so strong that you can deal with them, but that's never what I wanted. I wanted the opposite. So I don't think the runes is the right way to fix that. I still think they're overpowered. I still think that is a problem. I think ranged is still overpowered, but they're not strong enough due to the fact that melees get even more overpowered with the runes. From my experience at least for Irelia. Maybe some other melees have a problem because they can't take those runes, like for example Tryndamere, and that just screws a balance in my opinion. But anyways, so one funny thing is, first he talks about, well, bone plating only reduces 400 to 500 damage in my games. I tried it out a bunch of times. And then it's kind of ironic that he shows the game he just played and it actually did 750 or 748, let's be exact here. So that just shows that it's some weird stats that he's been using. You haven't actually looked at his stats properly, and you haven't actually taken the stats that he have. He's just been saying, oh, it only does this much. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, he's talking about bone plating not being good enough, and it's not as strong as I said. But if you go look at his profile, it is, what is his name? It's 1, 2, let's go look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, I don't remember. Something like this. I don't remember his name. I need to go look. Let's see if we can find his name in his profile somewhere. Maybe he looks at it at some point. He should be looking at it at some point. 11 go.
Great.
11, 23, 14. Alright, so we go look at his profile. He's North American, and as you can see, he haven't been running it a single time. He's talking about it not being overpowered, but he haven't even been running it one time, right? He haven't even tried it out, from what I can see. Every single one is Aftershock, and from what I said, the entire time is the combination of press attack, combination of Aftershock, second wind, bone plating, and revitalized. Or you don't even need revitalized, you can take something else, but the combination of all that sustain is going to be broken. I don't think there's anything better than revitalized, that's why I combine it and put it in there. Anyways, another thing he's trying to prove a point. He's like, oh, look, it's not good for the laning phase, it's good for team fights. Sorry. And then he says, look, she's just gonna auto attack me once and then just go away. Look at this. This is what he says. I don't need the voice for it. You see, he auto attacks once and he's like, oh, she's not good, it doesn't do anything. Then he jumps in after bone playing is done, she chokes him down, and now he just gets destroyed, right? This is how a shitty player would ever trade. And he knows this is a shitty trade. He's doing this trade on purpose to prove a point. Which is stupid because you're actually being disingenuous. Because you would never make this trade in your life. You would never ever make this trade unless you're trying to prove a point. Now, I will show you how you're actually supposed to make a trade and how it will look in a real game. This is not a game I played. This is a game, you can check my match history. I played this yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. It's just a random game I took against a ranged champion. And this is how you're going to trade. I'll do it slowly so you guys will keep up, for sure, like to make sure everybody sees exactly everything that happens. First use the boomerang, then he's going to auto-attack me. Every Gnar is going to do that. He's going to auto-attack me again. Bone plating reduced 2 of them, not 3. That's fine, you know. There's 2, that's a lot of damage that just took less due to bone plating. And that's what I'm trying to show, right? Like, this is not me saying, oh, he did every single one of them, he did everything, you know? No, this is 2 of them. And meanwhile, he's going to take creep damage, he's going to take a lot of these kind of things, and it's going to help me sustain, where I have a weakness in the early game. So yeah, basically it's not strong for the reasons he said, because in the laning phase they can just auto attack once and wait it out. That's not true. It's impossible for them to just wait it out after that. The reason they can do that is if you're playing it wrong and you're not jumping them. Like if you let them hit you, then sure, they can wait it out. They hit you once and walk back. But if you actually want jumping them and using it properly, then they can't. The problem is he's running press attack, and due to that he's not strong enough to constantly trade with them and jump them, because he doesn't have the sustain that I do with all of my runes. And due to that, he can't actually use it properly. And even then he couldn't use it properly, he still had it almost as good as second win in that one game he showed. But I do agree that it's not as good as second win. That is a bit of a screwed stat, because that is one game where it's strong. And this is where you see, oh, I get a kill. This is the nagging phase. You fucked up, actually. We almost let him go, but we still get him. Anyways, that's fine. So, another comment he made is, my leggings are bloody because I don't take tank runes. Yes, that is true, but does it matter if they're bloody because you don't take tank runes? If I think tank runes are the most optimal runes and they're just overpowered? Like, using an inferior rune setup doesn't mean that that's how it's supposed to be. I think having tank runes should be a bit safer. Having aggressive runes should be aggressive, that's good. But not if the tank runes are so much stronger. Then it doesn't make sense to take them. Then it's just a mistake, right? So, one interesting thing is, in the video, I don't know where it is. He looks at my account and he talks about my account for a long time. I think it's at this point. He's looking through my account, right? Yeah, he's looking through my account. He's saying, oh, the games are bloody and blah, blah, blah. So yes, you can look through my account. My games are bloody. It's been pretty shit show. But this is not because they're bloody. This is because I tilted out of my mind. And I was just pretty much inting in my games. Like you see, I just fucking int. If I didn't get fed, I just inted. As you can see by my stats. It has nothing to do with the runes. It's just a mindset. It went boom. And as you can see in my tier graph, right? I just, boom. I fell down 251 LP to down 115 LP on this account, right? So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to try hard for my life. I'm going to do my best. And I decided to do that on a new account, which I have over here. And he knows this account name. So he only used this account on the old patch to show you guys statistics to try and prove his point, which is stupid instead of just using the real statistics, which I'm always doing. And I even show this account instead of like, oh, Irelia Carries U is like Diamond 5 or something or whatever, you know, because this is the account he's actually using right now. So this is the account you should be looking at. And as you can see, I don't die much. I'm not dying much at all. Like, he's saying, oh, he's dying a lot of his bloody instant health. No, I'm not. If I'm tryharding and I'm using the right runes, I'm not dying. And neither am I killing much. All the kills I have, almost, as I showed in my last video, is due to ganks. I think I had 2 solo kills out of 10 games where I was dumping the enemies in almost all of them. And I had around 15 kills from the ganks or something like that. I don't remember the exact stats. You can look at them in the last video. But I did provide all the stats for it. And I did actually look through every single fucking game, which was a lot of fucking work. Now, let's see. I have the codes in the second minus. That's why I'm looking at sometimes. Okay, bone playing is not good. After phase, we'll talk about that. And then he says, I'm only using his main account because he got a lot of games. That's bullshit, dude. I have a lot of fucking games here on this account after the patch and before the patch even. I have both. So you're using my main account because I played bad and I was still out of my mind. Not because that, as you said in your video, well, I'm only using his main account because he got a lot of games. No, because there's a ton of games here. You could easily have used this account. It would have benefited you much more. It would have been real. However, this would show you that you're wrong and this wouldn't show you the stats that you wanted. So you chose to use my main account instead because you felt, oh, that shows my point better. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is, Irelia Carries U, since you believe your runes are so good and so great, and I believe mine are way better than yours, how about this? Let's see who can get to Master Tier first. I'm down on 3 right now. Let's see who can get to Master Tier first with the best win ratio or the best KDAs. On Irelia. I don't give a shit about the cumulative game. You're probably not going to beat me in that one anyways. So let's see that. Let's actually look who is going to have the best win ratio or KDA to get to Master Tier or Diamond 1 or whatever you want. I'm fine with that. And then just let's check who got the better runes. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to challenge you to see who can do that. And that's all for me this time, guys. Peace out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys leave some comments and spread some discussion about this.